Before we talk about Nigerian youths that want to protest, let's talk about Delta State. The PDP did local government elections in Delta State and they won all the local government. And you can see the evidence of what happened during that election. This is what is happening in Delta State. And some people are coming out to say that they are going to end bad governance. You have not started ending bad governance in Delta State, and you want to come out and say you want to end bad governance. You're seated there and somebody is selling your future. Not a politician, maybe one of the people contracted to do one or two things. The person is selling your future before your eyes and you can't do anything. You're telling me you want to come out to protest. In your various local governments, things are going on. You can't hold your local government accountable. You want to come and hold the federal government accountable of what they have been doing for the past 1 year or since 1999. You want to end bad governance today. When the bad governance in your locality, you have not ended that. Imagine an election whereby people willfully carry out this criminal acts without budging. They're not afraid whether they are going to be caught or whether they are going to be disciplined or whether they are going to face the law or arrested or anything. The woman just sat there and was just doing what she was doing. You rig election and you come out to say that yes, PDP won 24 seats. The same PDP that people are supporting in Edo State. The same PDP that almost destroyed Abia State. Abia State has seen the light because of a new party just got in. The same PDP people want to kill themselves for. You cannot stand up to these people that are carrying out all these evil, corrupt acts now that are closer to you. You want to go to Abuja. You want to join somebody and say you want to end bad governance. I saw some people, they were shouting on the Twitter space, shouting at the top of their voice. Most of them are not living in Nigeria. They are abroad. When you cannot, in your little locality, hold people responsible in an election, when people will just sit down there and somebody's rigging the election and you cannot do anything, you expect that you can unseat or influence Tinubu to meet your demands. Somebody say remove subsidy. This woman seated there rigging the election helplessly. Me, I'm speechless. Oh, Harry on Twitter says he's speechless. Me, I'm speechless. These are the youths that are coming out for protest. Let's not deceive ourselves. Well, we like deceiving ourselves. We like telling ourselves lies. We like giving ourselves wahala when we don't have the mind. We don't know what we are doing. We are just reacting to hunger. It's a reactionary protest that you people are going to do. Imagine. When you look at the reports, look at how the media put it. The People's Democratic Party has won all seats in Saturday's local government election across 500 wards in 25 local government areas of Delta State. The election was contested by 10 political parties who fielded candidates for chairmanship and councillorship positions. Declaring the results, the Chief Electoral Officer and Chairman of Delta State Independent Electoral Commission, Dr. Raphael Agboike, that is somebody's father, might be going to church, might be an elder in church, said the PDP contested and won in 24 local governments in a July 13, 2024 election. However, the chairmanship candidate of the PDP in Udu local government area was returned unopposed. So the PDP candidates for councillorship positions contested and won 499 electoral wards, while the Allied People's Movement, APM, won 1 electoral ward in Oshimili North local government area, he declared. Certificates of return were presented to 25 council chairmen. Meanwhile, TAF Africa had commended the Delta State Independent Electoral Commission for their exceptional efforts. So these people, TAF Africa, those holding positions there, they go to church, probably they go to mosque, they are Muslims, they are Christians, they read the Bible, they have pastors. TAF that monitor the elections. Now look at what they said. They commended the Delta State government for conducting such an election. If you look at this video very well, you know that this is just a coup. They plotted a coup against the Delta people. Even those that you are even defending now, do they know their right? Do they know what they need? We just have people with degrees here and there with nothing to show for it. You are there. In a sane society, such a thing will not happen. In a sane society where we have human beings that their head is correct, all these things will not happen. But when they say Nigerians are foolish, you take it as an insult. This is an evidence. This is a great evidence that these guys are foolish. These people, they are reading the election in your front. You are there, you're not concerned. You don't know that you need to defend your vote. You don't understand the kind of system that you are into. You don't have a plan to secure your votes. You just sit down there and somebody just says PDP won all 24 local governments in Delta State, and one civil society group or organization comes out to say that they commend the Delta State government for their exceptional effort. Look at the word exceptional. That means they have been perfect in the election conducting. They conducted a perfect election. They commended the Delta State government for this, irrespective of the fact that there was voter apathy. People were not interested to vote. People decided not to come out. They are not concerned. They still had to rig the election. They still had to rig the election with impunity. They don't want to know what happens. They don't care. This is somebody that will be complaining about bad government, but they contributed largely to this bad government. You Nigerians are the ones that are contributing to the bad government. Those that rigged the election, whatever place they rigged the election last year, presidential election, they were Nigerians who are suffering. Nigerians who have been affected by bad governance. Look at what happened to Yaya Bello. Despite the fact that he's been accused of stealing over 90 billion naira of the state, he stole the future and the future of the unborn in Kogi State. Those he stole their future and their unborn children started defending him. That is why I'm saying this protest would not work. That woman that is doing that thing, normally they should wear her 500. She collect 500 first. They should need to mend them well. Mend them. Somebody say jungle justice for such act. Because the system is corrupt. The police might be used against you. If you are going to take an action, the structure of criminality, which the APC talked about when they were doing their presidential campaign, that they have structure. The structure of criminality is there to make sure they defend corruption. The structure is there to defend corruption. That woman, with all boldness, she knows that she has backing, that nothing is going to happen to her. And somebody is calling me to say, let's join a nationwide protest to end what? What are you ending? Ending bad governance. End the one in your backyard. End the one in your local government. Before you come and tell Nigerians that they should join you to go and end which bad governance. You're just wasting your time. It seems you don't know the person you are dealing with. You are dealing with Jagaban. I don't have respect for him. I'm not supporting him. He cannot fix the country. That is my opinion. He cannot fix the country. But you cannot conduct a successful protest with this manner of attitude you have. Some people were rejoicing. Yes, we have local government autonomy. Can you hold your chairman, your councillors accountable? Can you hold your chairman, your councillors accountable? Can you hold them accountable? That's the question. During elections, when they want to rig the elections, it is this local government they use. And they have boys that have been contracted already, that are working with the chairman, touts or whatever you have, cultists, whatever you have, they have them on standby to harass anybody. In the local villages, you have chiefs that have their own gang. In Anambra State, you have senators that have their own gang. So it is not news that, or it is not good news for me personally, that local government now have autonomy. The issue here is, can Nigerians hold their leaders accountable? That is the issue. Can you hold your leaders accountable? Okay, can you hold your neighbor accountable? Can you hold your your those that are around you accountable? Do you know what is right? Do you know what your right is? Can you stand and defend your right? Can you give up your life for a cause which you believe in? These are the questions we need to ask before we now gather ourselves and say we want to go and do protest, wasting your precious time because of you want to show. Hunger never beats Nigerians. When hunger start beating Nigerians, their head will correct. The protest that is going to make sense is when we start having the guts to hold INEC representatives responsible. We are willing to go to any length to defend votes. We are willing to go to any length, even if it is to sacrifice our lives, because we know that it is for the betterment of our children. Most of us, because we are afraid to die, we give birth to children, and those children are suffering, and they become a burden to us. Look at somebody that went to commit suicide. You have the mind to commit suicide, but you don't have the mind to hold your leaders accountable. Is that not stupidity or cowardice or foolishness? And you think you are going to go to heaven with that? You committed suicide. You don't have the mind to fight and stand for your right and mobilize. Now, what is happening in Delta State? Let's take a look at what is going to happen in Benin, Edo State. Yes, we have Obedient for Aswe, Igodalo. Remember, it is the same PDP. And look at the kind of people, look at the kind of people you people are supporting. Look at what happened in Delta State. And you are telling people, come and support Aswe, Igodalo in Delta State. My brother, it's not about turn. This is my opinion, my own opinion. You have your opinion. Your opinion have been there since democracy, and you can see where we are today. You have supported turn by turn, and you have seen where we are today. Tinubu came and said, it is my turn. You can see where Nigeria is today. It's not about turn. When you talk about turn, you're not talking about segregation, not allowing those people that have that capacity, that are well positioned at a point in time to do what is right, that have the political will. Whoever has, whether it luckily comes from a particular region, should be supported. You don't support a party that is known to have destroyed Nigeria, starting with the PDP. Anything PDP should not be in your whatever, because no matter how good that person is in the middle, the structure of criminality around that person will not make that person work. You cannot have virus in your system and you expect your body to work. That place that you have virus will affect the whole body. You can't be a good person in the midst of bad people and work. When you talk about the party structure, you need to settle some people. They will tell you face to face that you need to settle us. This is a structure of criminality that has been built over the years. And you are supporting a PDP. In a sane society, you shouldn't be supporting such a party. No matter your calculations, except those that are supporting such parties are of the same flock with those people that have been destroying their states. The average Nigerian wants to find himself in power and eat his own share. They might stay in the guise of supporting, standing on the right path, defending the people, but when they get there, it's a different show entirely. Look at what is happening with some of these members that left Labour Party. When they were in Labour Party, they said good things about P2B, and when they left Labour Party, the tone now changed, their voice now changed. So if you are not standing for what is right, stand for what is right. It's not about it must come from Ishank. I'm not putting much in whatever. I'm just telling you what I feel. PDP in Delta State has shown good example of who they are. And this is what is going to be replicated in Edo State. Politicians that have not performed, they depend on regain. Politicians operating in the jungle depend on jungle justice to survive. So elections in Edo State, just know it's jungle justice. As jungle justice is being done in Delta State, you know, in the jungle, the lion can take off the antelope in front of the mother of the antelope, can tear the antelope apart in front of the mother while the mother watch helplessly. This is what happened in Delta State. Helplessly, people are just there watching while their future is being destroyed. Unfortunately, they don't know that their future has been destroyed. That's the most painful part of it. They don't even know. They don't know. it has not occurred to them that they are losing big time as that woman is shredding the future of their future and the future of their unborn children. Yes, you can replicate it Edo State, Bini, replicate it on, yes, Saturday. And you cannot build something on a faulty foundation and expect that house to stand, except you're a fool. So don't be a fool and support a party that has a structure of criminality, that have a tendency to rig elections, and you expect good things. That means you must be a fool. You must be a fool. Nigerians are not waking up. They are still sleeping. Go and protest, protest, protest. That is your business. I've told you, the end of the day, this protest is not going to yield anything at all. You have an issue with your mentality, what you believe in, what you see as right or wrong. You have an issue with that. You can never have progress. You can never have progress. So, if you like Edo State, replicate this in your state. This thing happened in Delta State. Replicate it. We know everybody now is in the jungle. And give your life to the lion to tear it apart. And you watch helplessly. Weak men, weak women, weak youths. I pity for the Gen Z. You have Gen Z that are coming out to say that we know what we are doing. You don't know what you are doing. You need a sizable number of people to cause a change. If those that know what they are doing is just along 10%, you cannot make any impact. 90% of our youths are visionless. They don't have where they are going. They don't know what they are doing. They should just make money, carry women, do all sorts, buy cars, build houses. That's the life they have come to live, which at the end of the day, it is just a jungle kind of life. Jungle. No wonder cocaine, drugs can thrive in this our society. Everybody, almost all the young people, into one form of internet fraud or the other. Young girls doing hookup here and there. These are the ones that you are going to hand over the future of Nigerians. You see, these politicians, they have understudied you. They know what you are capable of doing. You Nigerian youths. Those that are wasting their time saying they are going to protest. Protest where? Where are you protesting? For what? What is your mantra? What is your demand? If your demand is not met, what is the next port of call? Do you know what to do? When you have been arrested, do you know what to do? How have you planned all this? A politician, somebody who contested for presidency, is calling for a protest. Don't you think that the government would take it as a political movement? They will turn it on your heads. Politicians understand Nigerians. Nigerians are gullible. They cannot move an inch. That is why we are calling for separate states. You know why? If everybody is developing at his or her own pace, there will be competition. So if your governor, your premier, your regional premier is not doing what he's supposed to do, and other regions are developing, they will want to make sure that they meet up. Then people will have the mind to call out their leaders. We were in Nigeria, whereby everything is just the ruling class that is taking from the national cake, making sure every other person is kept down, every other person is impoverished. They rig elections with the poor. They use the poor to rig elections. They use professors to rig election. They destroy education, but they put their children in the best schools, take them abroad, and bring them back to come and rule over the people they've destroyed their future. It's just a jungle thing. We're just operating in a jungle-like situation. If you have a separate state, for instance, we have Oduduwa, Biafra, or Arewa, there will be competition. There will be a need for accountability. There will be a need for people to be accountable for whatever they do. There will be a need for transparency, rapid development. But even though we are going to have these problems that we have in Nigeria today, because Nigerians have their problems, whether you are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. In the East, we are calling for Biafra. We have people that have made themselves lords. The East have not developed, despite the fact that they have some funds given to them. The governors have been stealing the funds, and they are Igbos, they are Biafrans. We have all these problems. Yes, we have them. but it will be reduced, and there will be a kind of competitiveness between we and other regions. And if this happens, there will be development across sector. We coming together as Nigeria will not help us, will not help our future, will not help our children, will not help in any way whatsoever. It will not help. It will not fly. Somebody sitting, you sit there and you are destroying people's future, and you sit down there. That person might on Sunday go to church and give thanksgiving. We won election, and the pastor will say, bless you, my daughter, bless you, my son. We are coming for religious leaders that don't know their place in society. The truth is much more important than anointing, than your title. Whether you are the Pope, whether you are the Bishop, whether you are a pastor, His Eminence. The truth is bigger than you. So the truth have more potential than you. The God of heaven will judge everybody by truth. Your title does not make any difference. As Pope, as Bishop, as General Overseer of social church, or because you are anointed. Devil was anointed, but he was cast down. So don't gaslight us with, we are coming for religious leaders. We are coming for them. These guys openly will still complain about the state of the country. But before them is somebody doing this thing, and they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. And it has gone. And you come to the paper, the media, with their own wahala, to report exceptionally commended. Exceptionally commended. Using English to deceive people. And when you close your eyes for some minutes, you open your eyes, you don't think that this life, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Just do what is right. If you think that if you do wrong, there will be no repercussion, just remember, life has laws. Anything that goes up has to come down one day. Whether it's a plane, it must come down one day. Whether it's a rocket, it must come down one day. So if you think that the evil you are doing to the Nigerian people would go unpunished, you're just lying. So I don't trust our youths having the guts to carry out any protest at this point in time. We should all just call for the division of Nigeria. Biafra, Odudu, Arewa. I've been saying it always. I've been calling for this always. That is what we need. We don't need anything else. Anything else is just distraction and deceiving ourselves. Let's stop deceiving ourselves in the country. Calling for a protest would not amount to anything. Okay, you come and protest 1st to 10th. At the end of the day, what happens? What happens? What are your demands? Somebody say, release Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody say, remove subsidy. Sack this one, sack that one. You, Nigerians that we know, go and touch this woman first. Go and hold her accountable first. Then we now know that you are serious to take this country, take it back and position it and repackage it in a way whereby it will benefit you, the ordinary Nigerian, not the politician and their friends, foes, and well-wishers.